Good morning, people. It is nice and early. Chilling. I got Shadow over here. She's relaxing. Afton's back that way. She's still sleeping. Not in the closet. Down the hall. Down the hallway. I don't put her in the closet. All right, she lives in the closet. Let's try not to wake her up. Okay. So this morning I'm feeling marvelous. Spider-Man is out. It's doing pretty good numbers, and so I went and saw it. And I'm not reviewing Spider-Man this morning, but because I decided to start my Marvel reviews in 2025 and go from there. I only had 3 movies before that one, so I'm just gonna do. I had watched the other ones, I just didn't get around to the reviews yet. It's a lot more time consuming than it might seem, so I don't really have time to do a lot of reviews. And I actually end up watching more movies than I even do reviews. And I have an intention to do a review of it, but I don't get around to it because I already took the time to watch the movie, and then you have to let it formulate in your mind a little while. And then, if I'm going to do a really negative review, I don't know how much I really want to do those. So, I might, if I feel really negative after I watch a movie, I might just skip the review. But today, I'm doing Thunderbolts. Now, the only other Marvel that I've done for until now was The Brave New World. I like that movie. I thought it was pretty good. It's not incredible or anything like that, but it was pretty good. You know, right away, I feel like this one has a better sense of humor. I don't know if that's because I like the characters more or something like that. Like I had already said, I'm not really like a big Captain America guy in the first place, so and I like Florence Pugh a lot. I think she's great. So her role in this is great. Um I love her as an actress. I think that she works for pretty much any role that she does, and that does not linger in any part away from this movie. I think she was perfect for this role and probably the best part of the film. Not that she had to carry it because other people were also filling their roles well. I thought David Harbour was pretty strong. He came in with like his Russian accent and it was a little silly or whatever, but it worked as an overall matter. So um I felt like this movie looked sharper, cleaner than the other one. The CGI was more well done. I felt like the action scenes were even better, which was kind of surprising because you're talking Captain America, so you would think that's the top notch action that you're going to have, but I didn't really feel that way. And this is also the kind of Marvel movie where, in a way, it's more like Ant-Man. So, like, Captain America being laced with humor is weird because Captain America is always at the top levels. Like, this man's fighting the president. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't. I don't know how much I see the need to inject humor always into those, but then again, I was bored with the first Captain America movie because it wasn't funny and it was just a little too dramatic and long for me. They were like babbling on about relationships. Oh, Marvel movie, man, just do this. Just fight. I don't care. I want the Incredible Hulk to just come out and fight for an entire movie, man. Please, please, just come out and smash everything. Just bash stuff. Give me World War Hulk, please. I know Ruffalo had said he wasn't coming back. Then you see him coming back in the Spider-Man trailers, and you're like, "Give me the World War Hulk. That's all I want. The big, mean, vicious, brutal Hulk world with all the Hulks just fighting each other, and give me all the different Hulks like they did with all the different Wolverines in the other one." Now, humor is welcome because it's a misfit team. A team of misfits is meant to be a little bit funny in the first place. Like, everybody on the team is already kind of a joke to the superhero world. So, because everyone already is a joke to the superhero world, when you inject humor into it, you're not throwing off the baseline of the character. And because they're not, necessarily fighting the president of the United States, you don't have to, who's turning into Red Hulk and everything's going crazy. Like, that's a serious situation. So when they're taking moments of super lightheartedness in the middle of it, you're like, trying to give me a Spider-Man feel. And I don't need a Spider-Man feel in a Captain America movie. Everybody needs to be distinct in their own kind of a movie. Now, I understand that Sam is stepping up to the role of Captain America in that film, so, but even then, he was never he was a serious character. He played his role seriously until that movie, so kind of felt a little different, but whatever. So, as I'm watching this movie, I'm realizing I can place most of these characters, maybe not through having read about them in a comic book, but because loosely I've heard of them through maybe playing a comic book game or I don't know, something like that. But Bob was a mystery to me for this whole movie. And I was just like, what? But the character's funny, so you don't really mind him. He's not terrible. The family dynamics of the movie are pretty awesome, actually. I thought they did a really good job of showing you that at least the characters have cares and concerns and worries in the world. Like, they don't have to do that for this movie. So, and I'm glad they didn't go over the top with it, but I felt like they blended it in well enough where I found it to be enjoyable. So, someone else that you recognize is Julia Louis-Dreyfus, who, if you don't know her, prior to this, she was Elaine in Seinfeld, who was always a little hot number and funny and could not dance, but as a guy who most likely can't dance, that just gives you some kind of advantage. So instead of thinking about things in a negative way, accentuate whatever may be positive about it if there is something to be found. You can't find something positive about every single thing. But if there is something positive to be found, accentuate that. Be better for your life. So, eventually, the reveal of Bob occurs, and I've never heard of the character. I don't know the character. So, I looked it up as someone who came out, in comic books. I was in my 20s, 22 when it came out, so by then I was not reading comic books or worrying about anything to do with comics, so that was not a letdown for me, but it didn't make anything cooler. But he's still a pretty cool character, so I'm glad he's in there. And, Julia Louis-Dreyfus's character is creepy, so his has a nice balance to it. And she was hilarious in one thing, but creepy in the next, and I think that's really all I've ever seen her in. I know she was in a couple other shows, Veeps or whatever, something like that. It's not anything for me. Ultimately, I felt like this movie was better than Brave New World. Still not incredible or anything like that, but it's definitely a better movie. I had more fun with it, and I think you might have fun with it. So if you're moving somewhere along in this Marvel world, um, that could be one of your stops if you haven't seen it. If you are invested in the Marvel world, I'm pretty sure you've already seen it. But filling up my review things, so like, comment, rate, share. Shadow, don't start snoring. You just woke up, bro. Dogs are strange.